Alright, my guys, you are now live, and your audio is audible on Limit Rig, so I'll be listening for your time.
Hello, everybody.
I believe this is also the first. Hello, everyone. Little low. I'll look into it in 1 second.
Yeah, a good point of note for Crandor is he put a guide to speedrunning this game on speedrun.com a couple years ago, and it's actually the guide that I used when I first started running the game. So, shoutouts to him for spending the time to write that guide.
Okay, that's the best I can do for my mic, but yes, I wrote the guide for
Yeah,
this
well,
a while
Vanny,
ago.
if you will just amp up your all the audio, game, and voice a significant amount, we'll be good to go. Sorry about that.
Oh, you know what? My mic was my mic muted there? I think it might have been. Oh, great. I know y'all heard me, but I don't think anyone there did. So hey everyone.
That's funny.
Whoops. Yeah, I was just in restream mode. I forgot to unmute my mic. So.
Freakio saying volume up.
Yeah, I mean, dude, on my end, things are, we're in peaking territory, so, still can barely hear. Oh man, I don't even know what's
It
going
says
on.
audio's here and he's happy. Well,
Okay.
I'm glad you're happy, Sid.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I've got this stuff pretty damn high on my end. So.
But as high as I can go to on my end.
Huh.
You guys are still very quiet.
First run technical difficulties, gotta sort them out.
All right, I tell you what, I'm just gonna max this stuff out. I literally, the game audio, there's no way I can max out.
Let me do it from my end really quick. I'll see what I can do before
cool.
you max yourself.
All right.
And if neither of those work, then maybe we'll try switching it to mine.
Yeah.
So how's chat doing this morning? Excited for a long day of cool and interesting speedruns?
Oh,
that
yes.
Helped. Firebird Lover said that helped.
Okay. It worked? Alright. Okay, cool.
There we go.
Alright, I got you guys. So now I'm listening, and whenever you're ready, give me that countdown and we can get going.
Alright, cool. Well, I tell you what, Crandor, why don't you go ahead and, well, okay, good. I'm gonna slide things down just a touch then, so that way we're not like in the red on my end. But all right, cool. Crandor, why don't you go ahead and count us in?
All right, everyone's good. We'll go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
We're off.
Alrighty, good luck, Rod.
You as well, Vanny. So we're doing the marathon safe route, so the chances of dying is still there, but a little safer. So we're gonna get the first sword of the game. Typically, in the current route, optimized route, we don't get this sword.
Right, and this route is the route that's been used for a long time since I started running the game. But the current route, for the record, is a lot not marathon safe. So this way we're going to be minimizing deaths, hopefully, because deaths in this game can cost a lot of time. But the first order of business here is to get level 2, which will allow us to skip the first kind of mini-ish boss kind of fight area of the game. So we're just gonna get slimes on the screen here first, and Vanny got them, but did not. So that's gonna affect a little bit of the upcoming screen. That's just luck. Bonds are at 50% for certain screens, depending on what frame Willow comes on the screen on.
Oh. Oh no.
Both taking it. Oh, both taking a bit of damage.
All right. Well,
That sounds like it's good news for me, Vanny.
it is. Yeah. Well, I tell you what. That's gonna make this a little different for me.
There's gonna be some slight changes. Because your health doesn't matter this first bit. Apparently my mic is low, so you guys take commentary for now. I'll figure this out.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of playing it safe here. These slimes turn into little baby slimes, and they can easily. Okay, yeah, so I get level 2 there. I believe Vanny's doing something slightly different.
Yeah. I'm gonna be fighting both snakes now.
You're fighting. Ooh.
Well, because I dropped below 22 HP. I'd like to have at least. Hold on. Let me fight this guy first.
As Vanny was saying, he likes to have more than 22 HP or more, and that allows you to fight the snakes a little differently. So the snakes deal 10 damage when you run into them, and if you just try to walk through them, they always will hit you twice. But if you do a frame perfect trick, we call it task snakes, then you can, when you take damage from it, if your movement's perfect, Willow will move up instead of down on his first hit, and you use your iframes to get through the screen transition, so you only take one hit. So if you do that twice, because there's 2 snakes you have to get through, then you're, good to go.
Okay, hopefully my mic is better now. In chat, confirm.
So what I did there is I went and got the wood shield, which we would not be using for this run. The reason why we get it is just to proc the Mirror of Dew, which is this guy, to give you the humans.
Perfect, okay.
And it
Yeah,
gives you
so-
an MP recharge as well.
So we have Vanny getting the gold statue, and now you can see Vanny's a little bit ahead, but he also took a slightly different route and much
Wait,
harder.
wait,
Those
hold on,
snakes
hold
are
on.
very hard to
Am I
get.
doing the snake dance? Yes! Oh no, I didn't do the snake. I did half the
Oh.
snake dance.
And that is intended death look. Also, on deaths and certain spellcasts, the screen will flash, so please just be aware of that if you are photosensitive.
So I'm going to attempt task snakes anyways, even though I don't have to, but just to show it off. I probably won't get it because I haven't practiced it, but... So I didn't get it there.
Yeah, task snakes is very finicky, which is why we don't do it at level 1 in marathons.
I was thinking about it.
Yeah, I would never try task snakes in a marathon. It's so finicky.
I'm going to die, actually.
All right, on
So
my
what happened there is I
Yeah.
moved my character too early, so I went down first. So that death warp isn't that bad. It's only maybe like a 30-second
minute.
time lost,
Not
or a
even.
minute.
And the good thing about Willow is there's so many points where time can be gained or lost up right to the very last boss fight, so it's anyone's race right to the end. You know?
Yeah. It's actually interesting because that's the first time I've ever died like that. Yeah.
Oh,
So we
you
have-
died?
Oh
He
yeah.
died.
There, so I got the first task snake for that one. It's only like a 40-second time loss. I'm not worried about it.
By the way, I do want to mention that I did the moonwalk after talking to the skeleton before Bogarda Cave, which is necessary to validate the run. So I feel good.
Absolutely.
Give you some pressure.
Some swag strats going on.
Yeah. So Vanny's probably ahead by 40 seconds right now, I'd say. But it's hard to tell until we line ourselves up.
Exactly. So Vanny is going to go into the first boss here, Bogarda, and what I always say is they spent so much time programming the first and last bosses, they forgot about the other three, and you'll see that in parts of the run. Bogarda is actually very difficult, especially for new runners. His attack looks simple, but will actually just three-shot you, and it's very hard to dodge until you get super used to doing it. So we'll see how he handles it. It can be a little finicky, but with enough practice, you get the fight down pretty consistent.
I'm probably going to want serious time as well.
Yes, it'll be serious time.
Got it.
Nice, and that's a strat I haven't seen before. That's very quick. I dropped that one myself. Very good. Yeah, so there is, you take about 3 hits there before you die, and you can instantly kill you if you're not careful.
Because we're level 2, it gives us some leeway.
Right, level 1 it's a lot harder.
Yeah, level
it's
1
very
is...
specific. It's a very specific pattern that you have to do. And it works every time if you do it, but it's very...
Oops,
like Task Snakes is pretty finicky as well.
yeah, it's the razor's edge, and doing it in a marathon is not something I'm terribly interested in doing.
And what I've had some people ask in the past is, why don't we just death warp out of the cave? Well, in Willow, if you die in a cave, you're reset back to where you were outside of that cave. So anything you do in a cave isn't saved until you leave. So if we were to die here, we'd lose the sword upgrade and the boss kill, as well as all the experience we gained. So
Including
cave,
the level, yes.
Oh
yeah,
my
it
God.
completely resets it. So we have to watch that very closely. Do not die in a cave. Once you're outside the game, will update the save.
Yeah, there's definitely 2 major differences between the dungeon and outside. However, you'll see later in the run that we kind of change the rules there a little bit, and we'll explain that once we get there.
And we have Corrupt going for Bogarda.
Good luck, man.
Thanks, Vanny.
Oh, come on. Alright, I'm about to do another death warp on
Alright,
my side as
alright.
well.
You got it.
Oh, sorry,
yes,
I meant to give you serious time as well.
Oh, no, good.
I don't need serious time. I need serious time
Oh.
with Task Snakes, apparently.
Oh, dang.
Oh, okay.
The confidence.
From a guy who died at a place that you're not supposed to die.
Yeah, good. With a healing item for safety.
Well, the way I do it, you use it to recharge your MP at the beginning, right? So you can only have 1 charge of it, so you don't have it again.
This is unfortunate. And that's pretty much area 1 of the game, so we're going to head on to area 2, and this is just kind of a little bit of a trek through the forest, through the town.
I kind of
It's a
forgot to
second
do
area.
my splits, but I know it doesn't actually matter in this, but
Just for sake
for
of
my,
seeing where we're at.
I just got a 2-second Borgata split. I'm pretty good.
2 seconds. Okay, so while we're trudging on to level 2 here, I'm going to give a little bit of history on the speedrun of this. So, this was first speedrun back officially in about 2013 by Feasel. In about a 1:17, hour 17 was the first run. That's around when I started. I did a run myself in 2011, and that was around 3.5 hours, and that was just completely offline, like in the living room kind of thing. But I started it in 2014, and set out the goal to beat Feasel, and the game largely remained unchanged up until a few years ago, when a YouTube comment led to a trick being found, which blew the game completely wide open. And the record went down a little bit with some minor improvements. A couple of runners grabbed it here and there, but you'll see about 20 minutes in, things are going to get a little screwy. So this is going to be an interesting run, but this part up to now is going to be pretty normal.
Nice screen. You'll be
So-
seeing that screen a few more times on the
Yes.
side.
So
Oh,
Vanny's-
yes. Rather important.
So Vanny's currently grabbing these are the medical herbs, and we need these to unlock our fast travel system, which is Poe the Pterodactyl. I'm assuming he's a pterodactyl?
Is pterodactyl
the
with
movie?
feathers?
With feathers? We're not sure. It's also, I'm not sure if you guys have the same kind of consensus I've read online, that this was not originally a Willow game, and it was just a game made, and then the movie came out like, hey, we need a Willow game, and they adapted it. Because the game has little to do with Willow aside from just the characters they put in. That's something I've heard being referenced online.
So you're hypothesizing that this has the Super Mario 2
Kind of, yeah.
rub?
That's what a few people have been saying online, and if you think about it, it makes sense.
I buy it. There you go.
I do buy it. Is there any giant hornets in the movie?
No. It's just or pterodactyls, or giant pink creatures,
Or Bogarta.
talking squirrels, or Bogarta, or anything. Like, it's... Yeah, it seems like it was some sort of Zelda clone, and then they just kind of threw on a Willow skin, and... I mean, it's still a great game, but it's just interesting.
sure.
I'd like to see the development behind it.
Yeah, this game, a lot of people have heard of it, and maybe even played it when they're a kid, and a lot of people, it's very common, oh yeah, this game's great, really hard, etc., but like, not too many people actually, you know, how many runners do we have right now? I think six or seven.
Yeah.
Now, I would contribute the fact that you had to grind for quite a while in the original
Yeah.
run.
Yep.
However, now
Well, we'll see
You,
that later. We'll see.
you don't really need to do. Well, you still have to grind, but it's actually a lot more
A lot
fun.
quicker. So actually, Vanny got some pretty good luck with the monster spawns so far. Kinda going
Yeah,
up there.
just
That's-
as you say that, the
You get the
friggin'
old
ghoul
man.
shows up here.
Yeah. So that guy on Vanny's screen will turn you into a pig if he has a chance to. And
Oh my
what he's trying to
God.
do now is trying and failing to despawn him, because the way the spawns work, it's 50% based on the frame you enter the screen on with Willow's walk cycle. So we try to despawn him so we don't get pigged. Because getting pigged can be anywhere between 30 seconds to a minute, depending on the level
Really?
of the monster.
No.
Oh. I should have been quiet. Now here comes the bad
No,
RNG.
that is really
Commentator's
rare that I
curse.
get that spawn.
Those
there.
are
All right.
very rare too.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
So
I got through it without any
that's-
damage. Now it's time for the Hellway.
Yeah.
That is one screen that is actually dependent on where you are in the screen.
There's 1,
Okay.
2. This is the hallway. There's
Oh,
6.
beautiful.
Oh, beautiful. 3 down. So that's the
Ha-
hallway with 6 skeleton spawns, 3 down and 3 back. And the odds of getting none is very slim. The average is about 3. But they're very hard to dodge. You kind of just got to power through them. And if you don't have heal mace, it's really, really tricky to do that. So he's got 3. He got none going down. I've gotten 0 twice, maybe. It's very rare.
I've gotten 0 a lot more than that.
Yeah, I have bad luck. I think
Well,
there's one.
I actually developed a. It doesn't always work,
Oh,
but it
no.
works quite often.
Like a path that.
I'll wait
not-
until.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh, that's not good.
Okay. Cool. Nice. We're out. We're out.
Nice, nice.
Took a decent amount of damage, but we made it through the Hellway. Now we're not
That's-
out of the woods yet. I can still die.
Yep.
So.
That was very good. Very good.
Yeah. I mean.
That's very hard to dodge. Let's see how. Oh, you going Poe first or Hellway first? Or Brot?
Right?
Brot. Sorry.
Alright. Going down.
We're going. Okay.
You have to go down first because you have to. Oh no! I guess you don't need to do that.
You can go in either order.
Yeah. Yeah. See, I always choose to do the Hellway first, especially for a marathon, because if I'm going to die there, I'd rather die sooner, so the
It's
time
true.
loss is less.
I just died because I didn't hit start. I got all 3
Oh.
skeletons.
I'll
I'm not
push
in a really
back.
bad run.
Oh no!
And I'm really far behind, but I'll still
keep-
give her.
Give her. They said this game can change very quickly, especially
Yeah.
with.
I'm showing you the reasons why people don't run the game.
It is.
And here's the thing. I would. There's 2 things that I would like to point out here in support of my friend Brot. First of all, this is the very first marathon he's ever done, so to do it on RPG Limit Break's channel is astounding. So that's crazy. Also,
That's impressive.
by a mile, Brott is the world record holder in this game. I'm second, but my time is behind by like a good 3 minutes. So
Yeah, and I'm behind by those 6 minutes. I'm third. So I can't even.
decided to take a look at the hellway and say no.
But yeah, this game with spawns will sometimes just kill you.
I'm just not used to all this safety.
No, you're just so. Oh yeah, that's the reason.
Go with that, dude. That's cool.
But I appreciate that.
No.
There, Vanny and
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, it's all truth.
Very
Oh
true.
my god, this is stupid thing.
Oh, he's trolling you. So what, I, what I
no,
actually
okay,
do
good.
there,
Only one despawn attempt that time.
what I actually do there, I go a screen up when I'm going back from Poe, and I don't have to deal with the gray guy, and I can just go down on the screen later. But there's a few extra monster spawns, it's kind of risk
I'm just gonna despawn this way.
Well, I have.
With 22 HP, this makes me nervous.
Yeah, this section, for a lot of people, I think, is where they never got past. I know as a kid, I could never get past the blue cave. But I was also a lot younger. I played this game than most people. If any.
Yeah.
So I beat this game when I was 5.
Oof, that, ow. Yeah, I don't think I beat it until I was at least in my teens. But I remember playing
This
it.
game did not exist when I was 5.
I didn't exist when this game came out, so that's even worse.
Oh my god. Thanks for that.
I was born in '94.
Okay.
Alright, attempt 2. So that's
Let's
probably the worst place you can die. Hey, I might be able to show off my little strat here if it works.
Oh yeah, the manipulation.
Yeah, so we didn't get any skeletons here, so if I do perfect movement, I should not get
Get it. Ooh.
I don't think I got it though. So if I do perfect movement, then the next 2 screens for skeletons don't spawn. And the third one will. However, if you do a little mini pause. Yeah, sorry to do it right. That's okay.
And we can see on Vanny's screen, he's got the magic wand from that Sherlandria Blade Chief, which is needed to beat the game, to beat that Morta once we get to a certain level, and he's just going to be heading up to grab, I believe, another sword. You still get the Devil Eye?
Of course.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, the Devil Eye is
And-
very necessary.
Very nice. Okay. I know he writes.
No! Dang it!
You die. Oh, see, this game will kill you. Where do you even spawn if you die there? Just at the entrance?
Oh no, dude.
Oh no!
Die way at back in Poe.
You go back to Poe's
Oh.
house.
But that's
Wait.
not bad. It's not bad because you can just go in the cave and go left.
Yeah, that's a little bit, but
Already
still,
open.
that's. I've never died there. I was actually curious.
Yeah, like I told you, I wasn't out of the woods.
No, literally.
Yeah.
This is why I do not do heelless routes, because I could not handle this. You guys are brave.
Yeah, ask in chat for Vanny.
Yeah.
This is anyone's race. Still, up until that Mort is dead, this is anyone's race, which makes it
Yeah.
an interesting game to race.
I think that this means that you're probably ahead by maybe 20 seconds now.
See how many
more?
levels
Not
we
sure.
will see when you get to. Probably, not even. It's gonna be expansion in just 5 seconds, so yeah.
Oh my god, what am I
pretty
doing?
close. I mean, do you guys have heal mace? Okay. You guys can use it.
Well, I'm okay right now.
Okay.
I took a bad bump. That's why I died in here. Willow moved a certain way.
So these guys on Danny's screen, the pink guys, are also 50% spawns here. So we gotta kind of be careful. Thankfully, because he exited the cave, he still gets to keep the flame sword, which makes him a little bit easier to deal with.
I actually think you're a lot more than 20 seconds ahead of me. Because I still have to do the whole...
The gauntlet back and everything.
Well,
Yeah,
then
and the cheerleader cutscene and all that.
Yeah.
Although, Van, you would have lost... Did you lose the XP you got from... No, you wouldn't have lost any. There was no XP you got in the cave, right? Never mind me.
So, when
Yeah,
you
man.
die outside of the cave, your XP going to the bottom, to the floor of whatever level you're in. So let's say you're 10 experience from level 5 and you die, you go back down to as if you got 0 experience at level 4.
Yeah, the game resets it. Willow is a brutal game.
Alright. Once again, I didn't do a split, so I'm gonna have like a 3-second cane split. That's okay though. Alright.
Alright, we're all past section 2.
All
So
right.
this is-
Now I have the devil eye. There we go.
Okay, yes. So
So
Devil
this
Eye,
is the point of the game where the route completely changes from if you were just playing casually or playing through the game the way it was intended to be played.
So with Devil Eye used to be a lot more important, but it's so good. It's the strongest sword in the game with an asterisk next to that, where it only damages demons and undead monsters, which is like 4 different monsters in the game. But
So
it was
if
used
any-
years ago.
It's still
for-
used.
It's still used, but to a lesser extent than what it was before we found all the glitches.
So you might have noticed that Vanny passed this guy that looked like he was tied up. That's Mad Mardigan if you've watched the movie. And typically you're supposed to go and save him by finding the key. But we don't care about him in this run.
Nope,
We don't have time for that, so
no time for that. We skipped about 2 or 3, key things to the game at that point, but because of this trick that was just found, no, not just found, a little while ago.
Yeah.
Not
All right,
even
and which I'm about to execute.
Yeah.
So Heos Edge, shout out to him for making this trick useful. But shout out to some random YouTuber comment on Diesel's video that mentioned
about
about this.
That is about the wall clip, and that is literally just you hold left at the wall and you just go through. There's no trick involved. It's really that easy.
Yeah,
I don't know
it's-
how it took us so long to find it, but
So I think it's important to start talking about what just happened on Vanny's
yeah.
screen.
So by walking off the screen there, he actually skips the entirety of the 3rd dungeon, Underwater Caves, a boss fight, getting the Waka Seed, saving Mad Mardigan, and one of the crystals retired in the tower. So we are pretty late in the game there. That cuts about 20 minutes out of the route, but it also has other effects you'll see later.
Oh yes.
We can,
Other effects.
Other effects.
yeah. So why does that work? Well, so whoever made this game, like the palettes, they decided to put 2 tiles beside each other that you're able to walk through normally. So where I am right now, you can walk on that tile even though it's half bush. Well, as you'll see when I go in, there's 2 half tiles beside each other. That's what you want to do. Now, why does it allow you to, like, why does it bring you here? Well, the creators of the game, the map is like a grid, so they put the dungeons kind of beside the world map in places, just kind of like as filler, like a puzzle piece. And so this part of the game just happens to be 1 tile to the left of that.
And by that, every screen actually has those branches where we can transition. It's just a matter of whether we can get to them or not. And that's the only screen we found so far where we can actually reach an intended transition.
Yeah. Without using the specialty code
Oh yes.
that we will not talk about. We will
What?
remain nameless.
Oh.
Until, and well, maybe in your victory celebration you can, if we have time, maybe you can,
Anyone's victory
Show it.
celebration still, at this point. So yeah, so he just warped out. He got the red crystal, then he just got the, is it red or blue? Either one. One of the crystals.
I got the red one.
I think
It's
it's
the
the
red
red one. Red crystal, and he's warped back out. And because normally you're not supposed to be able to use the ocarina there, but because we enter from a forest, because you can only use the ocarina outside, the game still thinks we're in the forest. So we're able to actually fly out of there, where normally we're supposed to use a different spell called Fleet that we don't have yet. And now he's gonna head back down the tower. And we're gonna do a few more shenanigans when we get there, but it's just a little bit of a trek down the tower at this point.
Oops.
so this is where I'm going to try to make up some time.
Do you have a trick? Let's see.
No.
No?
Just
Okay.
I just need to make up time.
This is a good time. We'll see. Also, Vanny will be getting the Crest of Spirits, which the game tells you need the red and the blue crystal to get the Crest of Spirits, but in actuality, the game only checks for the red one. So thankfully, we warp into the red tower and get the red crystal, which allows us to skip the blue crystal in its entirety, and that tower.
Because
Yeah,
normally getting the blue crystal is what unlocks the opening for the tower that has the red crystal. So it's like, oh,
Exactly.
okay, you can't get the red without the blue.
Blue.
So we're only just going to check for the one. Well,
Yeah,
thank you for that.
thank you.
Well, smart coder, right?
So here is one of the biggest discoveries of this run, the boss, I guess we call it boss XP glitch, or just the XP glitch. So what Vanny's gonna do, I should have a real name for it yet, but what Vanny's gonna do is he's gonna enter this boss fight from the back door. Like, you're not supposed to enter this from this way. It's the only boss fight you can do with this. So when he walks in and walks out, it's going to glitch the game into thinking that he's still in a boss fight, and when he walks back in, that's the fourth boss. And we're just gonna kind of wait for him to trot himself over here, and he can't actually reach us. We're just gonna damage him down.
You can't kill the first boss there. You need
No,
to have
you
a
can't.
special item, and he also shoots spikes at you.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, so
and you have no shield to deflect it.
So yeah, that's unfortunate. We can't do that. But this,
No.
we get him down to, you can see we're not actually going to kill him. We're going to get him to 1 HP. There's a reason for this.
We definitely abuse Kale a lot.
Yeah,
because
Kale-
Oh yeah,
Oh, poor Kale.
He's
we shove him around quite a bit.
Yeah. So now the game's in a state where it's looking for a boss, looking for the boss. Like, it wants to. The game thinks there's a boss. It's looking for something to make a boss out of. So any enemy. So we're gonna go back up into the tower after he grabs the Crest of Spirits. The order which you grab the crest doesn't matter. I sometimes grab it as soon as I come at the first tower. So we'll grab it as we're leaving. Whoever
Hey,
we
look.
want. Hey,
we're,
synced
we're
up.
neck and neck.
Neck
We're
and
neck
neck.
and
Neck and neck race. Nothing to see here. That sync
Don't
is
worry about
amazing.
that weird thing that's covering
Yeah,
face on his and not mine. But
But you get to see cute baby on your side though, so shout outs
Yeah.
to that.
exactly. So just
Oops.
a slight difference. So with the enemy, it's the first enemy that spawns on the
Yeah,
screen
the first
that
enemy
has
spawns.
the effects of the boss.
Yeah, so when Vanny spawns the first enemy in this room coming up, it's gonna gain the XP value of the boss as the game makes it the boss. So when we kill it, we're gonna get the same amount of XP we get for killing Kale, which is 8,000. And then we can actually leave the screen and repeat that process, allowing us to get up to level 13 in like 3 minutes.
Did
Not
I just
even.
see that right? Did I just see something there, Vanny?
Wait, did
What's
you just
that?
bypass?
Are you doing the?
Yeah, I'm gonna do the Hornets.
Oh, you're gonna do the Hornets. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you gotta let me catch up. I like it.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm trying to
So
be
you could-
sporting here.
Oh, you're such a good guy, Vanny. That's why I like you.
Yeah, so you can do it on those first set of flying things. Not sure what you even call them, because I'm not sure myself. Or you can do it on the flies.
Blue flies.
Blue flies. You can do it on the blue flies, or you can do it on the hornets. The hornets are slower, but safer.
Yeah, definitely
Yeah.
safer.
Yeah,
the
so
hornets-
they only spawn 50% of the time, but once they spawn, it's like an easy kill. The
Yeah.
flies spawn every time and they're lower,
But they also
But-
zip around and can kill you very quickly.
but you have to manipulate the movement and you have to be very precise, which I will attempt to do.
And I had already
Gotta go
another
for it.
reason is I had already taken a damage coming into here, so like
yes,
there was part of
that's
my safety gone. I think that's 3
Yeah.
I've killed. It's 3 or 4.
3. That's 3.
It's 3. Okay.
So I'm gonna be. So you only kill 5 in the world record route, but I'm gonna be killing 7.
Just,
I'll
oh.
explain that after.
Okay, let's see. Good luck, 'cause I'll be serious here. This is tough.
So it was 1. The first 2 are the hardest ones to kill.
Oh my God! Go away! Oh,
Oh.
wow. That I only have one more hit to give.
A death here isn't the end of the world, but it's not good either.
Okay, just you. Just you. Okay, good. There we go. Oh man, that was close.
So he has to head out of the tower. If he dies in here, it does reset all the experience gained. Yep. So, gotta make sure we leave the tower because it's considered a dungeon.
Did you kill 7 or 5?
I killed 5.
Oh.
Let's gotta make sure we have enough. 39,000.
I actually don't remember if I killed 5. No, God.
Still good on health. Just one extra wouldn't hurt.
Well, I'm gonna kill 7.
7, just to be safe, yeah.
Well, I get level 14 that way. So if you miss a cane shot, so level 13 is kind of like the minimum you need to be able to finish the game, because it gives you the exact amount of MP you need to do the exact right number of cane shots for the last boss that we'll talk about at that point.
It also it's also the threshold for transforming Finn Rizal.
Which is that's the game's way of safe checking to make sure you can complete it.
Right.
So level 14, what it does, it gives you an extra cane shot. So if you miss one, or if it gets eaten somehow,
then fire. And then Ben is gonna death warp here just to cancel out the glitch, which is what we need to do. And then thankfully we just spawn right here and we retain the level. So that skips about 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes of grinding the old route, depending on luck.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So the old route was to actually stack 2 of those bubble creatures you see on top of each other, and then kill them with Double Eye repeatedly as they split in half. That was tedious.
To try and catch up, I should have just went to level 13.
Yeah. But, you know, a bit of safety doesn't hurt either.
Yeah, and I could be even more aggressive with my specialty, the new thing I implemented. We'll see.
So Vanny's
is this the surprise?
Yeah, you probably know what it is. I think I talked to you about it before, but I actually don't have it in a run yet or anything. That's like the next step for the world record, is to do this part.
So when Kale is killed here, because the game actually thinks it's the second boss Muse, it's gonna play the Muse cutscene, and normally you're not supposed to be able to kill Muse without a special item, but because it's Kale, the game only checks.
Yeah, shoutouts to the Muse cutscene because the music here is awesome.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be quiet because this is awesome.
Yeah.
I do have all the XP free. I do.
Alright, so now we're going to do a little bit of a backtrack through the 3rd dungeon, as we call the underwater caves, just to grab a spell and to get out of the next section.
Oh, what?
So there is another ghoul, old man, guy, pig in here, and we gotta be kind of careful of that. We'll see when we get to it.
Oh, you're thinking of the next cave, so I got to get out of here.
Oh yeah, next cave, but it's all kind of interconnected.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's supposed to be like a network of caves, if you will.
Underwater tunnels. Yeah.
Oh, nice! I got the shell dodge.
Nice. Those are hard to dodge.
Yeah, that timing is very specific.
Very finicky. I can't do that. I'll be first to say. I never did it.
I can't either.
It's so hard.
All right.
This is just another one of those little treks. A little bit of downtime in this game.
Yeah, so this is supposed to be like a big maze, this cave. But, you know, we don't have time for that either, so...
I tried a couple different routes using, like, the spell and getting the walk through here, and this is still the fastest. It's just to run out.
See?
So what...
Smack.
Yeah.
That's alright, though.
So what Vanny got there is actually a very important spell called Fleet, which allows you to warp out of any cave or dungeon in the game, and it'll teleport you to the entrance you came in from, which is used a little bit later on during what we think we call Death Mountain, which is a nice little gauntlet that's totally fun and fair.
If anyone in the chat has some questions about this game, feel free to throw them out there. If I notice it, I'll answer you.
I got an eye on chat as well, so I can
Or if like Crandor
Oh, what am I
can
doing?
spot it and say it, we can maybe provide some feedback. Sounds like we should be racing some sort of 3DO game right now. 32x 3DO game.
I've never looked. Have either of you looked into the arcade version of Willow, or I believe there's also a TurboGrafx 16 version?
No.
No, I haven't
Excuse
looked
me?
into it. I believe, or maybe it was PCFX or something like that. I was reading up the other day. There's actually 3 Willow games. I had no idea.
That's wrong too.
Is it?
Oh no, I'm talking.
Oh, yeah, you're going to Finn Rizal. Oh, that's gonna be fun to see. Oh, no, you can transfer Finn Rizal. See, I'm all messed up.
Yep.
This is different than my route.
Yeah, so the original route you killed Kale and then came back here.
Yeah.
But now that you're level 13 plus, you don't need to worry about that. Slow down, Benny, you're going too fast. We're gonna high five though.
Oh, nice.
High five.
Oh, falling rocks now.
Not quite. Your screen on Limit Break and my live screen high five.
Oh, gotcha.
That's cool.
I feel like my I think we're gonna be neck and neck. Not if I keep walking into cave
I
here.
can walk
No.
back into the cave again, but it's like a couple.
It's
God, you need some time here. Yeah. Still anyone's race. Absolutely.
Nope, no, thank you. Those black hornets do a ton of damage. It's like 30 some. So.
yeah, they're very easy. They can just be like, yep, sorry, game over.
Oh my god, yes. And these are all, a lot of these spawns here are 50-50s. A couple of them are guaranteed, but it's all just hopefully luck and how you manage it. And of course movement.
Really? Okay. Alright, so you want to talk about what I'm picking up here?
Yes, this is Monsters Bone, and this is actually a required item to beat the game, and it's hidden in the mountains. Of course, the game never tells you have to get it, but that's, NES logic. And this allows you to turn into a monster, specifically a slime, and while you're in this form, monsters don't spawn. So, obviously that's very good for saving time, but it does cost 50 mana to use, so we have to use it very liberally. But he's going to transform there, and that will give him enough time to reach the bottom of the mountain with 0 spawns, because we are in slime form.
Also, this is a question I ask on stream. I did it during a marathon earlier too. So I'll ask the chat here. How would you describe in word form the sound that a slime makes when it moves?
So, can I have the last guess?
Oh yeah, no. By all means, I'd love to hear your opinion, man.
Alright. So let me know when I can give my answer.
Go for it. Oh, Dirt Mountain. No, I mean, I don't mean like to make the sound. I mean like, what would be the word for the sound that they?
The word for the
Yeah.
Oh.
So like I'm seeing like schlep, slurp, squelch, squirp, things like that. Yeah, that's a gurgle, gurgle. Yeah.
Blub blub.
Blip, blip.
Blub blub. I'm thinking of like the insides of the slime sloshing back and forth.
Oh my.
I think Palmer has the correct answer, even though it was an opinion question. Palmer coming in with the truth.
That's gross.
Shoutouts to
Maybe worse heels.
Shout outs to all the
Nice.
fellow speedrun dads out there.
So if you guys didn't notice, I did not turn into a slime for that trek down because I don't have time for that. So I'm just gonna walk by that.
You're not taking the
This
mana
guy.
refill or thunder. Interesting.
Or the
That
health,
is-
or the health.
health restore. So this is a big move. So normally you grab a restore there of your health and mana and grab a spell just so it makes this next section easier because this is probably one of the hardest sections of the game coming up. This guy's
don't-
not
we
going
don't-
No,
for it.
now, hold up. I want to answer Palmer's question in chat. That is not a wall monster. His name is Derp Mountain,
I
and you
love
can kill him with the thunder spell. But we do not kill Derp Mountain for we forgive his transgressions.
I'm about to play I'm an old runner card. We used to grind them way back.
Oh,
That's it.
What?
Before finding out about the stacking the blobs and killing them, way back, you used to grind the faces and knock them out of thunder. That was the grinding method. It was bad.
yeah, I can. I
So
don't
remember
doubt
when
it.
When I told you I beat the game when I was like 5. So I power leveled with thunder on those faces then.
Yep, that was the best way we do it.
Oops, dang it.
When I did it, my first ever run, I grinded the bubbles on
Oh, no.
Alkmaar. I let them split to 8
What am
and
I
I used
doing?
thunder.
Yeah.
But I still took 3 hours to
Oh
beat
my
that.
God,
I
that's
didn't,
dumb.
but oh, did you go the wrong way in the red cave?
Yeah, I did.
That's easy to do.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, now we're good. That was dumb. Oh, good. All right, so we didn't talk about this before, but these undead enemies, like Crandor was talking about, that you need to use the Devil Eye to kill. They drop these little kind of like glowing pebble things. Getting one of those restores 10 MP, and that's actually fairly important for the way that I want to route my use of the Spectre spell. So, getting some extra MPs. I want to get at least 20 extra, but it would be nice to have 40 extra in case I need to cast the Thunder spell on the bridge.
So I'd like to. It's interesting. You saw that Vanny and I were in the red cave at the same time. His is much brighter than mine. Mine's very dark. Very.
Yeah, that's just a stream setting thing, I guess.
Yeah. It's interesting to see that. Cool.
I think it has to do with how you're what you're using to stream it.
Yeah.
So I'm using some like cheap. I don't know what they're called.
Ow! I did not want to take that damage.
Ooh, that's gonna be rough. We'll see. You can also
Right.
replace the specters for heals, but obviously it's a little bit risk reward.
So that's a planned movement for that skeleton. It doesn't always work, but you should not take damage from him most of the time if you do think that.
That's probably one of the harder things to learn in this game is how to dodge skeletons effectively. Because it's very tricky. It's a lot of practice. So what Vanny's gonna grab here, this is the strongest sword in the game, the winged sword, but not quite yet.
People who are under the age of 13 don't read the.
Don't read the text, no. They had a little bit of fun with naming.
I don't know how it got slipped by, but
Yeah, that's one
for
of
the people who did read that or did not read it, you'll be able to see it again right now. This guy has a brother. Just keep that in mind.
Yeah,
Whose name is equally questionable.
yeah, I love it. I never realized that for years. So I was like, oh my god, they actually got away with it. So he's
In
gonna
case
use
you're
fake
wondering if
wounds.
this was based off the movie, no.
No. Yeah.
There's no
That's
bird
proof
people.
right there.
Alright. Ooh. Is this gonna... No, he's not gonna cooperate. Oh, he
Okay,
will,
says
though.
Good luck. Moon's another Willow speedrunner. Let's do that on Moon.
Hey, Moon.
Taking her as a fifth place time. Fifth, sixth, around there.
Right. So we are getting closer and closer together. I'm chasing him down.
Chasing down with the risky strats.
Except he might have thunder and I do not.
Yes. But you also have a level on him. That's an extra chain shot in Bad Mortar can make the difference. So this is gonna be this is an interesting race, and this is the first ever Willow race, I believe. 'Cause I I've never done
That I
race.
know of, yes.
That we know
Yeah,
of.
it's certainly in a marathon setting.
Oh, absolutely. I've never done a Willow race. I think I was the first one to do it in a marathon years ago, and it was only a small little event. This is by far the biggest exposure Willow's ever gotten.
Also, I missed an opportunity there to point out that I entered. Oh my god! I entered the cave as a slime, and it still made the footstep sounds
Yeah.
that you normally do, despite the
So I
fact
was-
that it didn't have
So
feet.
I was
at the
correct.
time.
I was right. Man, I was right on point with my sounds.
I picture the slime with heels on, just tapping away on like
Yeah, slimes with high heels.
Actually, Professor Palmer asks, was this game ever released in Japanese? Yes, there is a Japanese version. I don't know why
Really?
we don't. Yes, I don't know why we don't run it, but there is a Japanese version with Japanese text to go 5 minutes faster.
Well, we don't run it because you never told me about it. Maybe I need to get myself a
Well,
copy of.
you see, my plan was to eventually just run it and get the world record by default, but I felt like that would not be cool, so I decided not to, and then I just like, maybe I should tell everyone about this. But yeah, because I use emulator, I don't actually have a Famicom. But there is a Japanese version of Willow.
And you can confirm it's 5 minutes faster. I understand that text
Roughly.
is usually quite a bit faster.
I did a couple runs with it, and I was, at the time, this is back in like 2016, 2015, I was able to get within a minute of Fiesel's time with slower strats. And my PB at the time was a 121. So I was able to save about 5 minutes using the same route. So it's at least 5 minutes faster.
As a moderator of the speedrun Willow community, I'm going to ban. It's going to be its own category.
Is this Japanese?
just kidding, obviously.
No. So it's something we'd have to look into if we get more players and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Yes, there is.
sure.
It's an official Famicom release. I also tested the debug code on the Japanese version using the Japanese characters, and it does work as well.
Interesting. Adrian asks how this is so far. Yeah, so think of Legend of Zelda meets Final Fantasy.
That's a good way of putting it. This game's actually pretty advanced for its time too, given like the sword mechanics and spell mechanics and stuff.
You know, and one thing that I mentioned when I made my submission of this game to RPG Limit Break, one of the things that I mentioned in there was this is the exception to the rule when it comes to a licensed NES game that was actually good.
Very good.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's another tick for that this game is just a regular game that has a Willow skit on it. Makes a lot more
It
sense.
makes a lot more sense now.
Oh no.
That this game, because if you took away all the Willow stuff and just put in any other character, it's still an amazing game. Like, and it's made by Capcom too.
Yeah.
Which is some people.
Hence
find that
why the
surprising.
music's so good.
Yes, it's Capcom Sam team. So they're going to be. You guys are actually caught up. You're about one screen apart or two screens apart. That's amazing. So we're going to be heading up to the top of the mountain near Tears Lane. We need to do this to unlock the doors to Tears Lane by talking to the old woman from Knockmire.
I have a little too much health that I want here. So optimally, you kind of want to have really low health here, because after you get the item up here, you want to take a death warp, which no one did until.
No, I'm gonna say, is it? I feel like is it faster? Take the death warp. Oh, because you don't have to go get the. Oh, that's right.
Yeah. So
See, this is stuff I never thought about.
So how this was found, it was found by me, but I was in the middle of a run, and I just thought about it mid-run. I was like, I wonder if there's a... That makes sense. And then the question was, does the game think that's a dungeon or not? Because it's in
It's in a weird section, yeah.
it's in a weird section, so I just tried it, and it worked.
Yeah, 'cause it's overworld. I never see. I read this game for years and never thought of any of this stuff. So that's why it was needed to be like, we needed some fresh faces and minds to get a lot of this uncovered.
You were too busy writing that,
I was too busy writing the 6,000 word, 26 page guide on how to run the game that is now horribly out of date that I have to update, but it's a good beginner's resource. And it still applies to Deathless.
Yeah, so Deathless it wasn't a real category, and I didn't realize that when I first started running it, because at the time there was only one death, and it was after the snakes.
And it saved what, a minute?
Less than that.
And that was the difference between Deathless and 90%. And Deathless kind of comes from like way back in the Speed Demos archive days, where they banned like out of bounds, they banned certain tricks, and they banned like sometimes they even banned deaths, and that's where the rule set kind of came from those days. So it's kind of archaic at this point with the way it's kind of changed over the years.
For sure. And now Deathless is a real category again because you can't do this glitch without dying.
Yeah, I've been trying to route the XP glitch into Deathless, and there's just no.
You can't.
You can't. You would have to somehow get Muse to 1 HP, but even then it wouldn't work because you don't have the proper utility. There's just no way to do it. This is the third boss, Ebersys. You literally walk up and just hit B as hard as you can. There's no programming. Dodge the 1 or 2 fireballs you might shoot. I have played around using the debug code and found that the reason the Kale spawns after the second boss is that door is adding 2, I guess, to the boss value. So because we spawn Muse and we go back in, it spawns Kale, which is 2 bosses ahead. So with the debug code, I went in and said, okay, what if I do that by going into the Ebersys fight, leaving, and then entering it? Would it spawn Bab Morta? And it does spawn Bab Morta.
Nice.
But we can't do that in a regular run. But it's good to know that it is possible to spawn Bab Morta.
So just so you guys know, if you ever in prison and you don't know what to do,
walk to the southeast corner.
You walk to the southeast corner, you'll be fine.
And you'll be fine. You get some small people, they run through the wall, make fun of you, and then run away. And give you the powder of unrequited love. Which is that actually something we should also check? Is that powder actually required?
Yes.
It is? So you can't just walk up to like the
Oh,
cutscene?
you know what? It's required because like for the cutscene, but I bet you it just assumes you have it.
Yeah, I wonder if it just assumes you have it, because, I mean, right now we can't skip it, but...
It assumes you have it, because when I was playing around with the debug, I didn't have the cane, and I got to level 13, and Finruzel still powers up your cane that you don't have.
Oh,
so
yeah.
but you still don't have a cane after
Yeah,
that
you
either.
still don't have it. So then I wonder if you go get the cane from Sterlingia, would it still be in power? That's stuff you'd have to
Ooh, there you
it
go.
doesn't make any difference, because we have to use the debug menu,
Right.
but interesting to know for the future if we ever find out more tricks.
So it's really interesting right now because like I'm watching the restream and I'm on the same screen that Vanny is on the restream, but I'm live. So it looks like we're like neck and neck, but he's actually like 5 seconds ahead or 6 seconds ahead.
Still, from like you were about 2 or 3 minutes behind at one point.
Yeah.
Those risky moves paid off.
Well, we'll see. I just have to
We'll see. We'll see. Again,
I don't have Thunder for. There's one spot where Thunder is really useful.
Yeah.
And then I won't have it.
And Bab Morta changes everything.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty consistent, but I've lost world record twice to Bab Morta.
Oh, Bab Morta is very finicky.
Winner debug % run after race? Possibility.
Because of the deaths, we might not have time.
Exactly.
I don't know.
That's a Palmer call on that one. It's about what, a minute and a half, 2 minutes?
Well, there's two different methodologies for debug. There's doing it what I consider quote unquote the proper way, where you go get a sword, you get the cane, you do the grind, you get Finruzel to power it up, and then you go kill Bab Morta. Or there's the crazy Brot way, where you just basically create a Bab Morta boss flag, turn her into a slime, slap her around a bunch, and then just beat the game.
Yep.
As moderator, I think that's acceptable.
That's the
I
one
see.
I have world record in, so I'm gonna agree.
Yeah, throwing our weight around here, huh? Oh no, go away.
Ah, god damn it.
Oh, you got pigged. There we go.
Yeah.
It was bound to happen. Thankfully,
What
it was
happened?
a short one. He got pigged.
Oh no!
Going up to Knockmire. Yeah. So those guys, they said it's rare, but they will turn you into a pig, and you can't do anything. You can't transition the screen. You gotta try your best to dodge, and then just keep going.
Yeah, so this is the reason why...
Bombard, really? I've never even used that magic before.
It's...
I'm
Oh,
in-
right, because he doesn't have thunder.
He doesn't have thunder, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
so
I was like,
actually-
what are you doing?
So that probably cost me the run there for sure. But I definitely going to have to...
You have to take
I have to do some math here, 1 second.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
70... I think I just have enough. Because you need to cast 3 spells and bones, so you need 110 magic, right?
50.
Yeah, you need a fleet, an ocarina, and a bone. Yeah, 110.
Yeah,
110,
I'm at 128, so I should be good.
Yeah. So just... Yeah, you should be fine. I, again, lost a world record run because I was 2 mana short of a ocarina flight.
I lost a really good route way back in the day because when I was grinding the red bubbles, or I used to call them penguins when I was a kid, bubble penguins.
Everyone has names for things.
So there's a super rare drop. It happens like 1% of the time maybe, where instead of them drop like, instead of an, I guess it would be any enemy has this ability, but they drop HP. Refill instead of magic.
Ooh, I do not have a lot of HP.
I'm assuming it's 1 in 255 probably because that's what most bit like I'm not sure exact terminology, but integers go up to what 255 is a max stack on 8-bit, I believe.
Yeah, that makes
so
sense.
probably 1 in 255 or something like that. My knowledge on that is not great, but yeah, I see it once every like couple runs, once every couple runs. So what they just both got there, that is the powered up wing sword from the brother.
Thanks, Cat Doctor. I took two deaths, one really bad one.
Yeah.
Skeleton Alley, I took a death.
So now this is just the last few things we gotta do before heading up to the final boss fight. You gotta restore. We've got powered up cane, you get the key. We have to get the key to the upper floors of Nockmire, which again, the game doesn't tell you where it's at. It tells you it's at the old woman, right? Or the old woman who you assume is on the cliff. You go to the cliff, she ain't there. Where is she? A random house you never go to. Because NES logic.
It's her house.
It's her house, but yes, but the game doesn't tell you it's her house.
You know, I agree. I don't remember ever reading anything where she is, but there is a bunch of random houses in this game that give you random information.
Even who goes into a random house? Or speed
Let's plays.
No, good. I mean, even when I was doing this game, I think I skipped all the random houses. It was like, or I didn't bother reading it. I probably should have.
So I was trying to time out what I think my best run could be in a marathon safe route, and I believe it's just under an hour.
That seems about right. With good, with perfect execution and stuff.
Like with good execution, you don't die to skeletons.
Because my best run is with like a lot more safeties, and that's just over an hour. So probably, just under an hour.
So we're at the final
stretch here. Get the last refill. And it's hard to believe because when I started this, the thought of anything under an hour was just absurd. Like, no possible way. There we go. So it's kind of crazy to see how far the game's come in 10 years. Also, like the stuff you guys doing, like just getting the death warps opposed to just going and getting the restores is like, why did we never think of this?
Yeah.
Back in like 2014, 2015.
Those last 2 deaths, I thought of for sure. Just like little optimizations, right?
It's crazy.
Okay, so this is the second best music in the game, in my opinion.
Yes.
And then the best is coming.
So this is the final stretch. This is Nockmire Castle. Bedmord is at the top. And that's the final boss.
Took 3 hits from those red guys there, because you know, I like to live dangerously.
Yeah, I'm avoiding that.
Took 2 more. I'm at 84 health.
Oh, you're going for it.
You gotta make it look good, right?
You guys take a slightly different route than I do through Nockmire.
You go the other way, right?
I go the other way. So
yeah, that's how the original runs did it. I think both are equally like the same,
Same many screens, I think. Just
but I don't know, and I just know what mobs spawn there.
yeah.
So
Yeah, you guys are about 3 or 4 seconds apart, give or take. This is pretty intense for a race.
perfect.
That is perfect. This is exactly what I wanted to see.
Yep. But Bemorta will change everything. So
It can, yes.
It can. So this game is not over. Because I'll explain Bemorta very quickly. You have to hit her exactly. If you're at level 13, you have exactly enough cane shots to kill her first form. If you miss one shot or shoot one of her fireballs that she drops, you have to die and reset. Not to run, but die, respawn, and run back up, break the top of Knockmark, because you will not have enough mana to kill her.
So you and I started this cutscene at the exact same time on the break.
Wow.
Who is a better bet masher? Go!
Go.
Although I will say that you have your weapon equipped and I do not. So.
Oh yeah, I've already done my menu.
Extra pause, yeah, so... And Kale's, the actual real Kale this time is coming up.
Yes.
And even easier than before, so great.
Yeah, you embarrass Kale, then you kill Kale, and then Kale gets revived and you kill him again.
Again, they never, as long as you stand to his right and just hit B, you're good.
That was a little sloppy.
So I think we're gonna have to be a little quiet for the next part because this is the best music coming up. Do we all agree on that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This music's pretty. I'm partial to the Knockmar Castle music, but this
Knockmark
is
Castle music?
this is
I think
definitely
the
up there.
Rampart's music. Yeah.
This is like to amp you up before the
Final boss. It's my favorite track by far.
Dude, we're like 1 second apart, Rod.
Yeah. You should also add for Palmer that time will be on the last sword swing of Bemorta's second phase. So after the cane phase, there'll be another cutscene, the room turns on fire, and time will be as soon as the last sword hits and she starts flashing again. And I will follow it.
Vanny able to go through screens faster, I call hacks. Oh no, really?
Wait, what are you calling hacks on?
No, somebody in chat said that your timing's... I don't think he's serious.
No.
Okay, Bemorta fight. Here we go.
Serious time.
First face down.
You did 2 more taps than I did.
And first phase for Brook too. Perfect first phase. That's very tricky and trolly.
You gotta be kidding me. I screwed up.
Time.
Time for Vanny. Time for
Oh,
Brook. You guys,
man.
wow.
So I walked through her, so I didn't
I
get
seen
the
that.
timing right. We would have had like the exact within a second
That
each other.
you're
Otherwise,
within.
Good
That's
game, Vanny.
crazy. Good job,
Wow.
guys. For a game that's this difficult and this RNG heavy, with a lot of the spawns and movement, to be within 3 seconds of each other, that's insane.
That's nutty.
That is crazy. You guys are so good. Like, that's impressive.
Oh man, I'm really glad that was such a close race all the way to the end.
That was
And
amazing.
what made it great is it was close, and we all did rather different things, like routing,
Yes.
where we died, like all kinds of stuff like that. This is, oh man.
And big
Palmer,
props to
you're
Brock.
welcome for an awesome start to your marathon.
So do we have Palmer? Do we have time for the debug run? So we have 2 minutes.
What would it say?
Yes, and who would do it? Is it
Brot, you go ahead, dude.
I haven't done it. I don't remember the locations or anything, to be honest.
I know how to do it, but it doesn't
Yeah.
really
It doesn't-
doesn't help right now.
well,
Give-
I can
give me
walk
just
you
a
through
second
it.
here.
Actually, I have a list of the teleport codes if you want them.
No,
can
so do I.
read them off.
all right, so Vanny, you won. So do your victory celebration.
Alrighty. Now, do I do it the real way, or do I do crazy broad stuff?
Crazy
so
broad
you-
stuff.
So
Absolutely.
Crazy
you,
broad stuff. Okay.
you do it the way that would give you a chance at the world record. So whatever you think that means.
yeah. So I have the codes for the teleport.
Oh, so do I. Yeah, I'm good.
You got them?
Vanny-
You got
Oh,
them?
yeah, I got it. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, though.
No problem.
Can you do me a favor though, Vanny?
What's that?
Okay, so put your code in, but say like don't put the last character, make it incorrect. Because I just wanted to say that. So when I was a kid, I played this game a lot. So this game's very nostalgic for me. That's why I started playing it. Actually, the real reason why I started playing it is because I wanted to watch somebody play, and nobody would play it except potentially the person who had the world record at the time, which was Toad. So I
Shoutouts
thought,
to Toad.
hey, shoutouts to Toad. So I thought, hey, if I take the world record from him, then it makes them have to take it back so they can watch someone play it. So that's why. That was
Okay.
the reason why I started running it.
So, Bro, you
But,
wanted me to get here, but then put in the wrong character at the end?
Yeah, so the reason why I'm saying that is because so when I was a kid playing this game, everyone's saying what the hardest part of the game was. It's like, Bavmorda or the Skeleton Cave. This was actually the hardest part of the game, is getting the pass right and hearing the sound that this makes when you put it in incorrectly. That's the hardest part about the game. Yeah, so that epitomizes like my childhood, like
Yeah.
being like disappointed. Disappointed, like that's the sound of disappointment right there.
All right,
Hardest
so here we
part
go.
of the game.
All right, so here's the deal. So I'm going to enter this password. There we go. So here we go. We're starting out. This is Nelwyn. This is where you start the game. You see I'm at level 1. I'm going to go to my menu here. I have no swords. I have no shields. I don't even have any items, no magic spells, nothing. In fact, here we go. I always like to do this too. I would like to do this if I do this incentive for Limit Break. So this actually is the screen where you start the game. And if you go in the house, there's your family, your wife Kaya and your kids Renan and Mims, and they'll heal you and do all this nice stuff. All right, so you're like, all right, what's the point of this password? If you press select, you see these two values come up here.
This is what the programmers did to debug the game, right? To try to make sure that things work, etc.
Right. So, excuse me. My goodness. So this is the debug mode. What will allow you to do is these values here are coordinates, and it takes you to essentially any tile in the game, any screen tile in the game. So, what we can do is we can use this to basically go anywhere we want, get pretty close to anything we want, and beat this game in a ridiculously fast fashion. Palmer, if you're there, can you reset the timer, please, and then start it on my go? Ready? Okay. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go.
So what he's going to do, I'll do commentary. He's going to warp right here and grab the Wonder Sword. This is the strongest sword in the game. That you
It's
can get without- second strongest if you don't include the winged sword. Strongest you can just get rid of the box. And then he's going to move down just to get into a certain position, and then we're going to use the debug to warp straight to Bavmorda. And so when Bavmorda spawns, there's an interesting property because the chest, when you transition rooms, stays there, and the game really doesn't know how to handle that. So the boss just doesn't have any AI now, and she won't move. Instead, by doing that, we're going to switch to another screen. Oh, there's a little bit in the wall. Just have to transition. Nudge out of there.
Ah, shoot. Oh, man.
You're-
I know, I just gotta... Well, I tell you what, I could just go back to where I was.
Yeah.
That sucks. Oh well.
It's a.
There we
This
go.
wasn't practice. This was just
No,
like, hey,
it's
we should.
fine.
Yeah, I know. I kind
Give
of
it
just
a
threw
try.
this in. Yeah.
What's an interesting property about that treasure chest as well is that if you go and talk to it now, you'll actually re-proc that cutscene. So a second Bavmorda shows up, and then a third.
And
Keep
remember
doing
how we put Kale's stats onto a blue fly, well now, or a wasp, now we put Bavmorda's stats onto a slime. So by doing that, we skip the cane, and it triggers the second phase of Bavmorda by reducing that slime's health to 0.
It was also a very strong slime.
Yeah, it's a very strong slime, taking hundreds of damage. Now the game is just absolutely not sure what to do, so we just do the same thing again, teleport out, the boss still has no AI. And we go back down to the slimes, smack it around
Time.
a bit, and there we go. And 140, 148-ish? Yeah, 149.
Boom.
And that is the debug mode. Debug percent. The really
Yep.
glitchy method.
Very glitchy method.
I had a god run one day when I was doing it and got a 118. I don't know how. I've never gotten anything close to that again. Just pure luck, but it's a complete meme category anyway. But it's still fun to do. It's fun to show off with its glitchiness.
So I'm not sure how quickly you guys are moving on to the next game. If we have time, if people have questions, go ahead.
I also
But
have I already checked this with Palmer. I have a very quick shout out. I will be running the Willow at another marathon this evening at around 7 to 8 o'clock Eastern called Decent Speedies. It's the first marathon they've been doing. You can come check me out. I'm doing
Nice.
the same kind of route, a little bit of safer strats that I'm less
Yeah.
practiced than these two, but
Yeah.
it'll be another showing the same day.
You know,
just kind of worked out.
Speaking of checking us out, I don't know if we've got links in chat, but for Brott and myself, if you enjoyed what we were doing here, please go ahead and drop us a follow. That would be greatly appreciated. I'm actually going to be running this game at RPG Limit Break in May, so if you enjoyed watching this, there's going to be a lot of it going on my stream over the next couple of months. So if you dig checking this out, then by all means give myself and Brott a follow. Brott runs this game extremely well, so you definitely want to check us out there and enjoy what we've got to offer. So, but I think at this point that pretty much does it. Any final words, fellas?
Just thanks to RPG Limit Break for letting us do this run.
Oh, indeed.
If this is a game that there's only a few runners, like I said before, and Vanny can attest to this for sure, that the original route with the grinding, it just wasn't appealing to very many people. But the game's
Yeah.
very good and it's very fast. And
Mhm.
now with the new glitch, everything is fun. Even getting the levels up, like killing those flies to like manipulate, and getting the boss XP, like that's fun and it requires skill, and there's very little lulls other than getting to the next location. So
Yeah.
if you guys are thinking about doing a speed run, like Willow,
Hit us up.
thinking about trying it out, hit us up. Like we're all super knowledgeable about the game and super helpful. Like I've talked to Vanny countless times about, hey, have you thought about this? Hey, let's talk about this. Hey, and it's we just want more people to run it. It just will
Yeah.
make it that much more fun, right?
Exactly.
Indeed. Oh, I agree with everything you said there.